Hi everyone, welcome back to my sit down vlog. My name is Nika and I have been living in China for a little bit over 11 years now. And in this episode, Tony Gonzaga, kabahan ka na. In this sit-down vlog, I'm going to be sharing to you guys the things that still shock me in China even after a decade here. And this video would target those people who are open-minded enough or who are willing to learn new stuff about Chinese culture and tradition. This video would target those people who are planning to come to China either as a professional or people who are going to marry into the Chinese family. If you are interested, I have a few lists of things for you guys here that would be a great help for you. There's a lot of food on the table. So in every family in China, if you are eating with Chinese people, expect that there would be so much food on the table. So the ratio for them is like multiply by 2. 1:2. One person, 2 dishes. And if there are 2 of you, then there are 4 dishes. And it has to have a balanced nutritional value. So if you've got meat, you have to have vegetables as well. So if there are 2 different types of meat, there has to be 2 different types of vegetables as well. So that's how they take care of their meal. So that is their eating habit. It's really good, it's nutritional, it's healthy for people. And when I came to China, I was in company dinner, and mind you, we had that circle table. They did not stop ordering. They from one dish to another dish to another dish to another dish until we had almost like 20 dishes on the table. It was like our last meal. It was a feast. I enjoy the food in China a lot, but you cannot eat all of the food presented to you on the table. And as a Filipino, I always get sad every after meal because taking away or taking out food is not a practice, at least from my own experience in China. I've never met anyone who takes away food that is left over on the table. Nobody does that. So as a Filipino, I'm quite shy. I'm quite awkward to also ask that I want this to be taken away for myself. You know, I'm gonna eat it later. I can't do that. But when I go out with my husband, of course my husband is British, I can just take away everything what is left. Even it's a little bit there, I would take it away. Like, ni hao, ni kai pang wo dabao ma, like that. Can you help me take away this food for me, like that? But yes, there's always a lot of food on the table. This one is really a shocker for me because when I got married in the Philippines, I was stressed. The amount of things that I had to process in order to get married was a lot. But in China, you only have to have your household registration. It's like a card like that. And if ever the Chinese couple decide to get married right now, right here, right now, they can do so. They only have to go to the marriage office, marriage bureau. They only have to present their household registration. Then voila, they take picture, voila, and then they got married. And then this will bring us to the next point. If getting married is easy here, getting divorced is even easier, guys. My God, if the couple has a mutual understanding or came to a decision that they want to split and they want to have their separate ways, they can do so right here, right now. Go to the marriage office where you got married. Now, if you have a child in all of these shenanigans, all right, it is a different process because before you finally get divorced, custody process will be included in the divorce process. However, this one thing I actually admire about the Chinese law is because when they realize that the divorce rate in China is that high, it's up there in the world, they had implemented in 2020 or 2021, wasn't it? yeah, last year or 2 years ago, they had implemented that those people who want to be divorced, they have to undergo like a cool off stage of their marriage. So it's like a boyfriend or girlfriend. If you're not doing well in the relationship, cool off. Let's have a cool off for 3 months. It's like that. But in China, you have a cool off stage for like 30 or 45 days. And then it actually helped the divorce rate in China. The rate has gotten lower. So yeah, that was a good decision from the government. It has saved a lot of couples in China, the cool off rule. This one is funny. Drinking warm water all the time. If it's not warm water, they're going to serve you really hot water. When I first came to China, it was summer. We went to a restaurant and they served us hot water. I was like, no, I want cool water or room temperature water, and they would normally say they don't have because they commonly serve warm water for everybody because they think that warm water is beneficial to your health, it's good for your stomach and everything. Sometimes it's hot water and I would joke around like, do you have 3-in-1? So I would just put coffee in it because it's really hot. I really wanted to drink the water right away, but you could not drink the water because it was not hot. Always expect, if you're coming to China, you go out to a restaurant with your friends, either they serve you tea or they serve you warm water with lemon inside. Cashless society. All right, in China, we don't use physical money anymore. Every transaction now is online. So we have Alipay. I can use this to pay my bills, to pay the internet, to pay gas, to pay water and everything. And we have WeChat Pay as well. Even when you go to a little supermarket outside, like vendors outside, they have their QR code. Some of them won't accept cash anymore. Cashless society is so convenient. You don't need to worry about carrying cash. No Christmas and no New Year in China. In your job, you might get Christmas day off and New Year day off. If you are a foreign employee in China, some companies would give you a day off to, you know, to celebrate Christmas. Because in China, they have their own events like this. For Christmas, they have in October, they have the traditional eating of mooncakes, a family gathering, just like Christmas for us. And then they have stories about their famous Chang'e, the one who went to the moon because of love. They have Chinese New Year that is celebrated here in China. It's a massive Chinese family gathering as well. So Christmas is not really a big thing here because it's practiced in a Christian society. In China, they're not Christian. They don't believe in God. Red packets and hongbao. All right, in the Philippines, we have ampao, right? In China, every occasion here, you are given red ampao or red envelope. But now, because it is a cashless society, there is also red packets on your WeChat. So you can send anyone money through red packets in China. Yeah, so everything here again is digital. You don't have to give gifts anymore. So whenever you go to a wedding, there's no need to give them physical gifts because Chinese culture appreciate money more. They love money, guys. So you don't have to carry a rice cooker. You don't have to carry electric fan or TV or DVD player to give to a couple. Just like in the Philippines. You have to give them physical blankets or pillows or rice cooker or whatnot. In China, that's not a practice anymore. Everything is through hongbao, red packet. Children here are mostly not happy in China. Why? Because they work so hard. As early as 3 years old, middle schooler, high schooler in China, they don't really experience things that a normal child should experience, like playing outside and whatnot. Every child here is very busy. After school, they have drum classes, they have swimming classes, they have music classes, they have extra English classes. They have all of those classes after their normal classes. Their Saturday, it's a routine here in China. They don't actually get a lot of rest. There are actually churches in China, guys. Churches here are registered, so you have to go to the churches that are registered in China. So that would mean they're not illegal operating in China. So you are free to go to churches, you are free to go in there. My fellow Filipinos here, they always go to church every Sunday here or Saturdays, and there are some Chinese as well who go to churches here. Parks are everywhere in China. Oh my god. A city is always designed with parks inside. Like this park is not just tiny parks, it's just like really massive parks. The people who really benefit from this one are the ones who are retired already. So there are a lot of senior citizens in the park playing mahjong, doing tai fu, doing kung fu, whatever they want to do in the park. They want to dance, they want to play cards. There are ping pong tables, there are mahjong tables, there are stuff for exercising tools in the park, and there are running strip there so everyone can run. It's really nice. That is the reason why we want to retire in China, because we see a lot of senior citizens in the park who are really stress-free. They are living the life. If you're young, if you're stressed from work, you can just go to the park and breathe. That's how it is here in China. Parks are everywhere. We talked about marriage earlier and divorces, right? But we're gonna go back now to marriage. Weddings in China last for 3 days to 1 week. It's not just like in a common Western practice that weddings only last for 1 day, that's it. But in China, it would last 1 to 3 days, maximum to 1 week, because they have a lot of traditional processes, wedding processes to do. They have to go to the bride's place or their laoja. Laoja is their old home. They do a lot of stuff there, traditional cultural stuff there, and then they go to the house of the groom. They do a lot of like proceedings there before the ceremony. They have a Chinese traditional wedding, and they also have a Western wedding here. That's what I've noticed. I have attended maybe 3 or 4 weddings here, and damn, they last for 3 days. Most of the times that I attended last for like 2 or 3 days, but what I heard from other couples here, their wedding lasts for like 1 week. Oh my god, a lot of money is involved with that. That's it for my sit down vlog. I hope that was interesting to you, and let me know if there are things that you didn't know before, and comment down below. If you're a person who's living now in China, what are the things that still shock you up until now? What are the things that you have already gotten used to? Alright, so that's it. Thank you guys, and see you in my next sit down vlog about Chinese culture and tradition. So this is me, Nika. God bless. Buyers.